Sup lads, welcome back to another video. Now today, another episode of the Premier League preview, game week 5 this week. We're going to be discussing all 10 games between the one last night between Newcastle and Leeds. Let's get straight into it. If you are new around here, obviously if you haven't seen one of these videos before, basically preview all the 10 Premier League games, and at the end we'll have a look at my fantasy Premier League team. So we'll kick it off with last night's game, Newcastle versus Leeds. Obviously ended in a 1-1 draw. Rafinha put in Leeds 1-0 before Alan Saint-Maximin brought Newcastle back level. Fantastic game to watch. Shots fired off everywhere. But only 2 goals at the end. But man of the match went to Alan Saint-Maximin, fantastic player. And I can see him getting a big money move away from Newcastle maybe next summer. At the start of the season, I did say Newcastle will actually go down. He's not. If they do, he definitely going to be going to the Championship. But I think Newcastal did well to bounce back after going down with an early goal. Weird goal from Rafinha, just kind of crossed the ball in. I think it was a shot, but you know what I mean. If you've seen a goal and it just kind of bounced. Good dummy from Rodrigo, just bounced, done Darlow in goal, and then it went 1-0. Then Alan Saint-Maximin, fantastic goal, knocked it around a few Leeds defenders, put them on the floor, and fantastic finish. Again, fantastic player, Alan Saint-Maximin, did get man of the match. So, 1-1 that one. Both teams still yet to win this season, and I think both those are the leakiest defences so far this year, but good display and a very good game to watch. The first game that is yet to be played, the midday kickoff, Wolves v Brentford. A bit of an interesting game. Both teams have had a bit inconsistent starts to the season. Wolves got their first win the season last time out, beating Watford 2-0. Meanwhile, Brentford had their first defeat of the season last time out, losing 1-0 to Brighton with a late goal from Leandro Trossard. I think this will be this is a 1-goal game. I think it will be 1-0 either way, 2-1 either way. And I have gone for a 1-0 Wolves win. I think after getting a win last time out against Watford, they'll be back in front of the Molyneux crowds and they'll sneak a 1-0 win. And I've gone for one to watch. Hwang Hee-chan obviously scored at the bench in his debut. Was it his debut? I think it might have been against Watford. So I think they'll probably start in this one. You take it, you think, but and if the Wolves do get 1-0, I'm sure he'll be one of the most likely to score it. So I've gone for a 1-0 Wolves win in this one. Next up, a relegation battle between Burnley and Arsenal. Arsenal obviously got their first win of the season last time out, 1-0 win against Norwich, but they could have lost that game. I thought they had good chances, but so did Norwich. I think 1-0 was a bit of it could have been a lot more goals in that game than just the one, but that is how it ended. Burnley, not the best starts of the season. I believe they are in the relegation zone in 18th place. I believe they're on 1 point, I think, from their first 4 games. Not the best of starts, but Burnley never really start well, do they? So, but I have just gone for another 1-0 Arsenal win. So I think back-to-back 1-0 wins, I just think they'll just get the job done. I've gone for one to watch, which could be Nicolas Pepe. I think I could see him maybe getting the winning goal or assist or something like that. I think this could be one of his opportunities to shine, but I think Burnley could definitely nick a goal in this one. Again, I think this will be a 1-goal game, unless Arsenal do really decide to turn up, which it could be a possibility, and put 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 past Burnley, which we have seen them do in the past, but I don't think they will. I think it'll be just a 1-0 solid win for Arsenal before the North London derby next week, which will be an entertaining one. Next up, another bit of a relegation battle, Norwich versus Watford. Norwich awful start to the season, 20th place and the only pointless team in the EFL so far, albeit Premier League have played a few less games in the Championship, League 1 and League 2 early on, but not the best of starts for Norwich, I believe, across when they were relegated last season. I think that's 13 defeats in a row, which if they keep that record up, it will be the record run soon. I think the record was it Sunderland, or I think currently have that record for most consecutive losses across a few seasons, but they need to win this one, but I don't think they will. I think Watford, they did the double over Norwich last season, despite Norwich finishing above Watford. I think Watford are just, on their day, they'll turn up defensively, and I think that's what they do. Routine, they'll be solid at the back, and I just can see them nicking 2 goals. I'll go for a 2-0 win, but could easily be a 1-0. But I just think, one to watch Ismaila Sarr, he's a game changer, isn't he? A bit like Alan Saint-Maximin for Newcastle. Newcastle aren't the most attacking of teams, Watford aren't the most attacking of teams either, but, Ismaila Sarr brings that spark to their team, and I think he'll at least get a 1 goal or 1 assist in this one, and for a 2-0 Watford win. I think Norwich's poor start will definitely continue in this one. Next game, another 3 o'clock kickoff, Man City v Southampton. Obviously, Man City, fantastic win in Europe midweek, 6-3 over Leipzig, and obviously Pep being a bit controversial, saying, more fans should turn up for this game, but and obviously that only sparked the more jokes of Man City have no fans and whatever. But he didn't apologise for those comments either. But I can see his point. To be fair, there weren't when you saw there was not many fans at all really at that game against Leipzig. But Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff, there will be, I guess, a lot more fans coming to this one. But Southampton, an alright start to the season, still winless, but 3 draws in a row. Solid performance against West Ham last time out, unlucky not to win that one. Against Newcastle, they're unlucky not to win as well, snuck a point there. And against Man United, there was another 1-1 draw. So, solid, keep grinding out results, which will be very tough for them here against Man City. And I've gone for a 2-0 City win, I think. One touch one for Gabriel Jesus off the wing has been fantastic so far this season. Do expect him to play again after only coming off the bench in midweek. So I've gone for a 2-0 City win, routine for them in this one. Liverpool Crystal Palace, another good game to watch here. Palace got their first win in the season, emphatic style last time out, beating 10 men Tottenham 3-0 at Selhurst Park. Hudson-Odoi, a fantastic debut of him getting 2 goals off the bench in 29 seconds into his debut, which is a record for a Premier League player. Meanwhile, Liverpool did beat Leeds, but of course that game was overshadowed by Harvey Elliott's horror injury. Hopefully he can get better soon. But it's really sad to see that, considering he was like he was having a breakthrough year, starting pretty much week in week out in Liverpool's midfield. But that happens sometimes, and I'm sure he'll bounce back. But Liverpool got a good win in midweek at Anfield 3-2 against AC Milan. Fantastic game to watch. Obviously rematch of Champions League finals of the past, but I think Liverpool will get on the bag. I've gone for a 3-0. To be fair, I said it would be 3-0 Spurs last week, so if Crystal Palace could go and win this game 3-0 again. But I don't know, I just think Liverpool, they have a great run against Crystal Palace. I think they beat them 7-0 at Selhurst Park last year. But one to watch on Sadio Mane, I believe he's on a fantastic scoring streak against Crystal Palace, that's 7 or 8 in a row, which is fantastic stuff. And obviously, he's got a hat-trick against Leeds last week, so I think he will definitely score in this one, and a 3-0 Liverpool will win. Now for the evening kickoff, which I think will definitely be an interesting game, Aston Villa v Everton. Aston Villa, an inconsistent start to the season, picking up points here and there, beat Newcastle, but lost to Chelsea 3-0 last week, which they were quite unlucky. I thought they played quite well, but Chelsea just ruthless to take their chances, and that's what's happening if you have Lukaku up front. He takes his chances. Meanwhile, Villa, I think this will be a bit more easier than them against Chelsea. I think they will put more chances away against an Everton defence. But Everton, fantastic start to the season. Obviously, coming from behind to beat Burnley 3-1 on Monday night. Looks fantastic in that game. Townsend, Gray, Doucouré all on fire in that one. And I've gone for a 2-1 Everton win at Villa Park. I just think Everton, under Benitez, ruthless start, and that will keep on coming here. I think one to watch, Abdoulaye Doucouré was so impressed when I watched him in midweek against Burnley. And I think he'll do well again here. I've gone for a 2-1 Everton win. Now on to the Sunday games. Another interesting game here. Two teams that like to play attacking football. Brighton versus Leicester. Brighton, great start to the season. Obviously got a late win against Brentford last time out, 1-0, Leandro Trossard. Meanwhile, Leicester, what was their score? Let me try and think. I can't remember. What was it? Lost to Man City 1-0, of course. But I think this will be an interesting game. But I think Brighton, apart from when they played Everton, are yet to really come up against a team like Leicester. And I think Leicester will sneak this 2-1. Obviously, Leicester bottled their 2-0 lead. I wouldn't say bottle, but let a 2-goal lead slip against Napoli last time out, 2-2 in the Europa League. But I think this will be an interesting one. One to gone for Harvey Barnes. Not a great start to the season, but played well in Europe in midweek. So probably playing this one, and I have gone for him to maybe kickstart the season now, and a 2-1 Leicester win. Another interesting game now, West Ham v Manchester United. Man United, obviously, new Cristiano Ronaldo signing back, lost to Young Boys in midweek. I think so, a late winner from them. But beat Newcastle 4-0 in the league last time out. Ronaldo getting 2 on his debut. And I think this will be a bit of a tougher challenge for Man United. Obviously, West Ham also did well midweek, beating Dinamo Zagreb 2-0, but a 0-0 draw against Southampton in the league. Antonio getting sent off, he is suspended for this one, but I'd expect probably Yarmolenko or Bowen maybe to play up front, because they literally have no other strikers, and obviously their old striker Haller scored 4 goals in midweek in the Champions League for Ajax. But I think Man United will win this 2-1. I think Ronaldo will get on the score sheet. I can see West Ham getting 1 from somewhere, but I don't think it'll be enough. But one to watch, I've gone for a play on the losing side. Declan Rice, obviously got a goal midweek, but obviously has been linked with a transfer to Man United recently. And, I think Man United will be scouting him in this match to see how he does. So I can definitely see him getting a big money move someone soon, but it's Man United, maybe Chelsea, who knows. And the final game is going to be Tottenham v Chelsea. We have a London derby in this one. Spurs 2-2 draw in the Conference League midweek. Meanwhile, Chelsea beats Zenit 1-0. In the league, Spurs obviously destroyed 3-0 by Crystal Palace after going down to 10 minutes, which means Tanganga will be suspended for this game. Meanwhile, Chelsea beat Villa 3-0. So Chelsea just solid at the back. They love keeping clean sheets, and I think they will again in this one. I think Kane, if he's in your fantasy, get him out, especially for this game. I've gone for a 2-0 Chelsea win. One to watch coming, Mason Mount. I think he would love a game against Spurs like this, so I think he could definitely get on the score sheet in this one. I've gone for a 2-0 Chelsea win. It is a bit of a derby, this game, isn't it? Obviously, remember that game, the Battle of the Bridge was that 5 years ago. Obviously, that till draw, which handed Leicester the league title, which was a very, very fiery game. So, maybe this game could be another one like that. So, yeah, that was pretty much all the preview done. But now on to the fantasy side of the show. Last week I had a pretty poor 48 points when the average was 57. Not great. The team, Sanchez did well getting a clean sheet and goal. Defence was all right. Duffy, Shaw, so foul, all got above 5s. Meanwhile, Digne let me down a bit with on a 2. He has been a bit of a letdown so far, Digne, but he's still on my team, but maybe he'll be coming out soon. Elsewhere midfield, Salah did well on an 8, so check on a 3, Dallas 2, and I did captain Greenwood, which was a bit of a risk, but got 10, which is decent. Probably should have captain Salah looking back on it, but I can't complain on Greenwood, still did decent. Up front, Ings got 2 and Antonio obviously got a -1, but I know some people that did captain him, so at least I didn't do that, or even triple captain him, which would have been really bad if you did that game, -3. And on the bench, 6 points for Cody, but that was it. Wilson, Son and Foster all injured, but I have used my wild cards. Sorry if I keep looking over here, by the way, this is where I've got everything. I just think last week was so poor, and I need to change it up. I need to get some game changes in there. So I have used my wild card. I'm going to go through all my transfers now. I got Steele in for Foster, the Brighton goalkeeper, as you can see here. Just in case something happens to Sanchez, at least I'll have a goalkeeper that actually plays, considering Foster's not actually playing much this year. So I've gone for Steele as coming in. Livramento's come in for Sofal. I think he's a bit of a cheap option, which saves him funds for the forward area, so he'll be good to have on the bench. And Sofal's not expensive, but he's been alright as well. But I think I've just taken him out. I think Livramento will be a better asset. Marcel in for Cody. One Wolves defender for another. Cody did pretty well last week, but so did Marcel. I think he actually got in the team of the week. So transferred him in. I'm pretty sure he's cheaper as well, so you might as well. I think they might be the same price actually, but I don't know. I just transferred him in because you might as well. Jota I put in for Son. I've only had Son for 1 week and he didn't even play. But I think Jota's cheaper and he tends to score when he plays. So I think he'll be a good asset to get in there. And again, saves for funds for the front two, as you can see. Gray, Damari Gray, I've come in for Stuart Dallas. Just had a great start to the season. Got another goal in the against Burnley. So again, and he's quite cheap as well. So good to get him in. Another Everton midfielder, Alan, coming for Thomas Souček. I think Souček, he had an alright start to the season, didn't he? But I think Alan he's cheap and he plays basically. So he'll be good to have in there, and he can get the odd goal and assist. Now for the I'll talk about this one first. Dane Scarlett in for Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson obviously injured last week, so didn't play. And he might be injured this week, but how do I know? He didn't even play, did he, against Leeds? So that's why I transferred him out. And I got in Dane Scarlett again, cheap, 4.5 mil. Doesn't play much, but could get an odd goal off the bench. Of course, the big two, Lukaku and Ronaldo in, Ings and Antonio out. Now, don't shout at me for getting Antonio out. I know just kind of it's an immediate reaction kind of thing, but it's not. I've looked at West Ham's run of games and it's not great. So I've got him out and got Ronaldo in. He's bound to bag points. And Lukaku has come in as well for Ings. Aston Villa's run of games is a bit poor, so thought I'd get Lukaku in. And a lot of people are saying Man United's run of games is tough, but Ronaldo loves a big game, doesn't he? So you might as well get him in there. Captain for this week, Salah against Crystal Palace, pretty safe bet, isn't it? And I do expect him to get a few goals. Obviously, went to the 100 Club last week, didn't he? Against Leeds. But yeah, that's going to have to do it for today's video, guys. The Premier League preview show for Game Week 5. Let me know if the comments are enabled who you're getting in your fantasy, if you use your wild card, and also what you think the scores will be. So yeah, thank you for watching today, guys, and I will see you soon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got a premonition.
I'm dreaming you and I. All my darkest fears are coming outside. We got a billion races, we got this melody, and you can trust me, baby, we got everything.